Hello friends, it's Jennifer with One Crafty Sister Live One Crafty Sister for Tuesday Night Live. I come here real and honest, and sometimes I never know what's going to come out of my mouth. If it's going to come out in the right order, if I'm going to shake my table. But you definitely get the real me every time. I'm not perfect, but I like to have fun, and I like to make adorable paper projects to share with you in the hopes that I'll inspire you to... I'm probably talking and I didn't turn on my... Hello, friends. Welcome to Tuesday Night Live with One Crafty Sister. If you're watching the replay and you saw my lips going blah, 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 but I wasn't saying anything, it's because I didn't turn my speaker on. You know, this is what I have to say. If you ever question if you can do this, you can, because you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to get it right every time. Obviously, I want to get it right every time, but it doesn't always happen. But I am always happy to be here and share fun and cute paper projects that will encourage you to pull out your supplies and make something pretty. I wanted to share a few updates before we get into the crafting, but I will let you know that I'm going to make the cutest little 3D box I'm styling it as a Valentine box because Valentine's Day is coming up. However, this is a great project for any time of year. So just want to say hi to a few of my friends, Candy, Noreen, Lois, Debbie. Awesome. I see more of you joining on. So always say hi in the comments. I love to see where you're tuning in from. And if you're a first-time watcher, let me know in the comments as well, because I always like to call out first-time watchers if I know, so I'll keep looking there. So a few updates. Today is March 3rd, and there were a bunch of new things that launched with Stampin' Up! Today. So I just want to turn my camera down and make sure that you guys know all about these awesome things going on. First and foremost, we have an exclusive join offer right now. So if you've ever thought about being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, to have a business, to make a little side money, to get a discount on your hobby supplies, now is a great time, because you will, when you purchase the starter kit, get the brand new Stampin' Positioner for free, automatically added to your order. Now I have mine here, and I just got it. I haven't even used it, guys. I just got it. So I can show you that it has these two magnets on here. These, February 3rd. I'm a month ahead, guys. You know, February, March, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. It's February. So it has these small magnets, but what I love about them is they have these little tabs on it, so it's really easy to pull it up. So if it's on your cardstock, you can easily grab them. And I have acrylic, or not acrylic, but I have long fake fingernails, and sometimes it's hard to grab things when they're super stuck, and this is easy for me. So if you have longer fingernails, this is really helpful. Also, if you remember from our Stamparatus, the magnets were so strong they would slam together and they were rectangles, and sometimes they would break. Well, that's not going to happen with this, so that's kind of cool. The grid paper, which is sold separately. The grid paper is sold separately. Hooks into your base on these little pegs, which I love. Here's what the grid paper looks like. It comes with inches on one side and centimeters on the other. Awesome candy. And then the stamp plate goes right on top, and it's squishy. So basically, you place your cardstock. Let's just grab something here. Oh, that's too big. That's too dark. That's too good. So you can place your cardstock down. Put your magnets on. Put your stamp on here. Turn it over. Drop it down after you ink it, and you just press down. Okay? You can use your whole hand. You can press where it's at. Another neat feature is the small plate where you can do what we would have called before with our Stampin' Rewards hinge stamping, but it's basically when you go down in a line. So you can take and stamp an image here, go down a set of those, re-ink it up, stamp again, come stamp again, and make a series of evenly stamped images or sentiments down a line. Let's just play with that for a second, and we will test it out. Okay, I'm just going to turn that over, pick up my stamp. So I put it where I wanted and picked it up. Because I didn't have ink on it, it just kind of picked up a little. Okay, so let me grab, I am just going to use black so it's nice and bold and you can see it. So because it's the smaller one, you can ink up just like this. If you had it on the bigger plate, I would bring the ink, or the bigger platform, I would bring the ink to it, but on the smaller one, you can totally ink up on there. Place it down so it doesn't touch the paper right away. Stamp it with that. Ink it up again. Now I'm going to go down to the next one. Stamp it. This is one of my favorite techniques that you can do with it. And what I love is you can put it on there and it doesn't touch your paper right away. And so this is the very first time I've used this and put a stamp on it. So there's not really much of a learning curve. So you can just keep going down, stamping, and get your repeated sentiment. Oh, and look, I just got ink all over, but just like anything else, you can clean it with your chamois, or sometimes I just keep some wipes handy. So I'm just going to wipe that off, re-ink that up, put it back on, stamp it again. So there I have my cute little sentiments in a line. So you can do that on a card, on a scrapbook page. It's kind of small for a scrapbook page, but you could do a strip on a scrapbook page. So that is the new Stampin' Positioner, and my first little demonstration with it for the first time. Oh, you're still snowed in North Carolina. Yikes. I know it's still been cold in certain areas. We still had a freeze. Last night was our third night we had long freeze in a row. But I don't think it's supposed to get that cold tonight. So anyway, that was my quick demonstration on the Stampin' Positioner that you can get for free. You can add the grid paper to your starter kit order so that you can get that, because the grid paper is sold separately. And that's the only way that you can get this if you did not pre-order it as a demonstrator. Now, this will be available later to customers to purchase, but why wait? Get it when it's free. We don't know the date that it's going to be available because they want to make sure that they have inventory for anyone who gets it through the starter kit. So that will be announced later. So that is update number 1. Update number 2 is we have a new product of the month. This is the Painted Illusions 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. I think this is really unique paper. It comes in a little different configuration. It has 4 patterns of 2-sided cardstock or designer series paper, and you get 4 sheets of each. So you get a little bit more of each pattern. I think this is cool. Like when I saw it, the first thing I saw was mermaid tail and mermaid, like the, what do you call it? Scales? Mermaid scales and mermaid tails. Scales and tails. That is what I saw the first time I saw this. Mine is coming in tomorrow. Yes, it will be here tomorrow. And I am excited to get my hands on it and play with it. You can get a tutorial of 12 awesome projects made with the product of the month each month from me, either from placing a minimum $75 order that would qualify you for this. Even if you don't order it, I would still send you the tutorial. Or you can buy the tutorial for $15 a month. So that is the product of the month. And then lastly, bonus days. It's time to redeem your bonus days coupons. So you have from February 3rd to February 28th to cash in those $5 bonus rewards or bonus days coupon codes. So if you shopped during January to February 2nd, every $50 you spent, you got a bonus days coupon that was emailed to you from Stampin' Up. So you'll want to look for that in your emails, and you can redeem as many as you have on a single order or split it up amongst multiples, but you'll want to make sure that you redeem those by February 28th. So those are our little updates. Quick notice, if you're going to be at Stamp Fest, I've shared a few times, if you're going to be at Stamp Fest in Clearwater this weekend, make sure you come by my booth. I am teaching a class on Friday, and I will be a vendor at the Make It and Take It night Friday night, along with my team member Kat Cramp. And we will be at the Vendor Expo all day on Saturday, selling a bunch of Stampin' Up! Stuff. So I'll have all of my retired bundles and stamps and lots of paper. I'll also have lots of kits. I ordered some new kits that'll be in tomorrow, so I'll have a good collection of kits for you to shop from. And I'm looking forward to seeing everyone at Stamp Fest. It's a super fun event. It's been around for a really long time. They do, just before Valentine's Day, they do one in Clearwater, and then there is one in Lakeland, which is in June, and I will be there as well also. So, okay, would you guys like to do some stamping? I do. So, let me bring out some measurements and a bundle. And I am going to, I created my sample, but I'm going to cut this and do this with you. You need 1 sheet of, let's change my scene here. You need 1 sheet of cardstock. I chose Pretty in Pink. And these are some measurements for you. So screenshot them if you want, so you can make this cute box. I'm not even going to show you my sample. I'm just going to go for it. I do have a sample right there. I'm sneaky like that. Sneaky like that. But we are going to cut this piece of cardstock down. Well, before I get to there, I'm using the Pet Love Bundle. Not doing anything regarding pets, but this has some perfect images and sentiments in it that are great for Valentine's Day. It has this I love you, it has this heart with always, it has this little heart. So just because it's pet themed does not mean you have to use it that way. So we are going to use it for Valentine today. All right, so I'm going to start off by cutting my cardstock down to 7 1/4 by 8 1/4. Just pull out my trimmer here. So I've got 7 1/4 by 8 1/4. And then on the 8 1/4 side, we are going to do some scoring. So I'm going to move my cutting blade out of the way to make sure I don't accidentally cut. And we are going to start by scoring at 3/4 of an inch. And then we're going to go to 3 3/4. We're going to go next to 4 1/2. And 7 1/2. Okay. Next, I'm going to turn it to the 7 1/4 inch side, and we're going to score this at 3/4 again. 1 1/2. 5 3/4. And 6 1/2. Okay, so can you see those score lines? So we've got 4 score lines here. We have 4 score lines here. Now I am going to take and let's see how I did this. I am going to mark this as front and back. Okay, so this is to help me when I go to assemble it, and it also is going to help me when I cut along the sides to make sure that I cut it properly. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I am going, here, let me mark this because this will be a good way to show you. I am going to cut out this, all of this, all of this. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to cut out this and this. And then all of this and all of that. Okay, so there's a good visual so you can see what is coming out of there. Now I'm going to take and trim those excuse me, pieces out. I'm just going to go around, and I am kind of trimming out the score lines. So I'm just on the outside of those score lines. So I'm cutting them out. Okay, so that's what we have there. Now I'm going to come to the other side and cut the other pieces out. All right, so I've cut all those pieces out, and this says front, this says back. Again, this is going to help when we assemble it. And if you wanted to, you could cut out and make a window out of this. So if you wanted to take and cut out a rectangle or a circle or a heart, and then place some window sheet, a piece of acetate behind it to make a window in your box, you could do that, and you would do that on the front side, okay? We are going to do a little bit more cleanup here. So I am going to take, and these 2 squares here, I am going to cut up to make tabs. Okay, I have tabs there. I'm going to do it on both sides. And then what I'm going to do is miter these tabs a little bit. So mitering just means cutting out a little triangle. and that's just going to help it tuck in a little bit better. It doesn't have to be super gorgeous. It's going to be inside of the box. So if you don't get them exactly the same shape on each side, that's going to be okay. All right. Now, I want to tell you why I'm doing a 3D box today. And that is because I polled you guys the other day and asked what other kind of projects do you like to do besides card making. And an overwhelming majority of you said that you like boxes and 3D projects. Okay, so this is a box. It is a type of 3D project. I love them too. And if you guys love that, then I want to share things that you guys love in addition to cards. Okay, so I've got that. I'm also going to miter these. You could also corner round these if you have a handy corner rounder. I am just going to miter them tonight. And I'm also going to miter this tab on the very end. Okay, so there you can kind of see the finished product with all the trimming. Just gonna put that there. Okay, you'll see that is what that looks like. And now I'm going to go ahead and just kind of fold on the lines. Okay. And remember I had this one marked front. Okay, so I'm going to take this off and just kind of set it here. And I am going to do some stamping. Now, one of the things I want to do is I want to cover up these sides because I don't want to stamp onto the sides. So I just have some paper tape here. You can use washi, like low tack washi, or you can use masking paper. I'm using this because it doesn't stick quite as much as our masking paper. I don't want it to be super sticky. So I'm just going to stick that on there. You can also just put a piece of paper there. I just wanted to go ahead and stick that there. I don't care if this goes over those sides. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, this is what we're going to do. Okay. So remember I said we're using the Pet Love stamp, and it has this great I love you. So we're going to take some basic red, real red. What is basic red? Have I ever called it basic red? No, it's real red. And we're just going to stamp this I love you all over in a random pattern. Random can be hard for some people, even me, very much so. So just rotate it different ways, just kind of fill up some space with it. Okay. I think that's okay, because we're going to put some other stuff on there as well. So now you can gently pull off that paper, tape, set that aside so I can use for something else once it's dry. Now you can add designer series paper on this. You could put an embossed layer. I was going for what would be the easiest way for me to make the cutest little Valentine gift packaging with one piece of cardstock and limited supplies. So everyone has a piece of cardstock in their craft room. You've got stamps. You also have some ribbon. I am going to pull in a second some ribbon. But let's go ahead and let me remember how I put this together. Let me remember. Okay. So I'm going to put this up here to remind me that this is my top. Okay. So now I'm going to use some tear and tape and put some tear and tape in a few spots. So I'm going to put tear and tape on this tab. Let me make sure. Yep. Okay. Had to think about how I put the other one together. So I'm just going to put a couple pieces here. And I'm also going to put some tear and tape on these small side tabs. Oops. Now, if you've watched in the last couple weeks, I've been talking about just kind of like simple Valentines. I like simple. And, you know, as much as I sell a product, and we have a lot of some really cute Valentine things this year, you don't always have to use Valentine stuff to accomplish something really cute for Valentine's. I shouldn't have taken this off just yet. Hold on, I need to do this piece first. My stepmom particularly was so resourceful with things around the house for everything, including Valentine's. Now, sometimes we did buy the little kits that probably back then you could get for like $3.50 for 20 Valentines. So I added two pieces of tear and tape to this tab on the end. And before I put these other pieces together, I'm going to fold this over till it meets up to this score line. Okay. And that way I can just fold this over and it's in the perfect spot. Okay. So that put my box sides together. All right. So can you see how the box is coming together? These flaps that I put the tear and tape on are going to kind of go inside, and then this tab is going to go inside. So I'm going to take this off and tuck it down in, and I'm going to use my bone folder to go inside and just kind of press everything down. Okay, so everything is secure. The little flaps are secure in there. Okay. I can take these little pieces off. Now, see, we could have stamped over the side, but I just wanted it on the front and top. That's where I wanted it. You can put it wherever you want. But look how cute that is. Put that all the way in, did I? Let's see here. I didn't quite get this all the way in. That's okay. All right, so now you need something to go in here, don't you? You need something. So you need a couple things. Okay. What is Valentine's without chocolate? But I also have these cute little fruity snacks that I love. Every year at Valentine's I get them. So I can stick those in there and even stick a couple Ghirardellis down in there. And I have a nice, thick, solid little gift. All right, let's do a little bit more decorating to it. I'm going to pull in the Real Red Shiny Ribbon. This is on Last Chance. You can get this. It's discounted, I think, to $8, I think. It's a really pretty ribbon. ties beautiful bows, as you will see in just a second, because I like bows. Hello. Great for Christmas, great for Valentine's Day, great for nautical, like this would be a fun navy, night of navy, white crumb cake, red ribbon, not just for Christmas. I got a piece twisted. I want to get my, yeah. So, okay. All right, so there is a cute little bow. I'm going to push this up a little bit. Maybe. We are going to stamp something else. So let me grab a scrap of basic white. And we are going to stamp this cute little heart that says always. And then in the Pet Love dies is this cute little heart tag. So we are going to line this up. Okay, I'm going to cut this out on my cut and emboss. Look how cute that little tag is. It's meant to go on a pet's collar, but we're using it on a Valentine. And let's see. We've got some of this really cute real red and white baker's twine, which is perfect on just about everything. Let's see. I'm going to feed it through this. And I'm going to put this behind the bow. We're going to tie another bow. You can never have too many bows. That's my motto in life, right, Julie?
No, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Not what? Would you rather more dies?
There can be too many bows.
No, not on this. This is not too many bows. These bows go well together. Okay. So I've got my little bows. Fuss with it just for a minute. And there I have my little I love you always little treat box. So this is so cute for Valentine's Day, but you could totally make this adorable little box for all kind of little treat occasions. All kind of things would fit in here, and it was super easy to make. And look how cute it is. You could go as fancy as you want. I went pretty simple, but sometimes I think less is more. And sometimes I just want to be able to whip something up quick without a lot of thought and with minimal supplies. So you could do these where you do some in white, some in this pretty and pink. You could do some in Flirty Flamingo, which goes really well with the Real Red. You could do some in Pool Party, which goes really well with the Real Red. You could do them like in all the Smarties colors. We've been deciding on my Facebook page whether you like Smarties or Conversation Hearts better. You can put them in all those cute little pastel colors, but still finish off with the red and the red bow. And when you have all of them together, they will look super cute because they're all tied together by the stamped color and the ribbon and bow and your little red always. So there is the little treat box, and you can see inside it holds plenty. I told you I got 2 Ghirardelli squares in there. And these cute little fruit snacks. I get these at Sam's. They're super economical. You can get like 100 of them for $10 or $11. So really good this time of year. And actually all time of year. They actually have some really cute Easter ones that have little bunnies and flowers and chickies. So there is our project for tonight. So I hope you guys like this little Valentine project. Again, super simple, but so adorable, and something that you probably have the supplies that you could recreate this. Even if you don't have that little heart die or the pet love, you have something that says I love you, and you might have something that says always, but you could take and punch out a heart or die cut out another heart and make your own tag. It would be super easy. Or you can order the Pet Love Bundle because it's good for so many other things. And if you haven't seen how cute these dies are, you have a collar, you have a bandana, 2 pieces for a bandana, you have a round tag, you have the heart tag right there. This goes to the bandana, but I'm thinking that could be used for other things too. What could we make with that? It could be a ponytail. It could be, oh, I just saw something. I can't say it. I just saw something right there. Anyway, because I'm going to try to use it for something. But this cute mouse, these little paw prints, the bone, the fish, the ball, like it's just super, super sweet bundle. And you could even do I love you by isolating certain stamps, you know. You could do so many things with this. So I'm glad you guys love the project. If you decide to make some, send me a picture or let me know. Post it on my Facebook page, send me a message, however you want to do that. Tag me if you make a post on your own social media page and tag at One Crafty Sister so I can see it. And if you have a friend that you think loves little treats like this, I would love to know how to make this cute little box that's good for so many different things. I would love for you to share this video with them, or if you're on Facebook, tag them in the video comments so that they can come watch this video and learn how to make this cute box. And just as a reference again, here are those measurements if you want to do a screenshot with the measurements. And you can shop online at onecraftysister.com so you can cash in your bonus days coupons. You can also order your starter kit there and claim your free Stampin' Positioner. And when you place your order that's $75 or more, then you can add on the current product of the month. This is the Painted Illusions 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. So I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's live. It's a little bit of a quick one, but I've got some work to do to get ready for Stamp Fest, so I was trying to keep it a little shorter than normal. And I will look forward to seeing you guys next Tuesday with who knows what, something else fun. And until then, go make something pretty. Go make something pretty. Have a great night. Bye.